For those who are reading newspaper, they might aware about the recent announcement from China, in which China is ready to send its 3 astronauts to its own space station, that is Tiangong space station. For those who are following these kind of articles, they might get an idea about one thing, that China is now giving a competition to USA. Well, this reminds many international relations scholars about Cold War 2.0 politics. Well, what is Cold War first of all? After the World War II, the world witnessed a high intensified tensions, or you can say competitions, between the capitalist bloc led by USA, the socialist bloc led by USSR. Then there were series of competitions or series of events, we can say. For example, if USSR sent Valentina Tereshkova as a first female cosmonaut into the space, Americans sent Sally Ride as the counter to USSR. This is how the politics developed at that time. Now, we can remind that Chinese mission, which was announced recently, is a competition to USA-led Artemis. Then Artemis is an accord which was led by USA with the like-minded countries in a non-binding treaty, that all these countries will collaborate each other to send a mission to moon. Later they will try to send to Mars and beyond the Mars. And you all well aware that USA is dominating the space by International Space Station. Of course, International Space Station do have other countries, like it has USA, and then we have Russia, then Japan, European Space Agency, and Canada. But last year, Russia announced its decision to exit from the ISS, that is International Space Station, which was located at the low Earth orbit of space. To counter ISS, now China had its own space station called as Tiangong. Now this is also very interesting development. Now China sent a series of moon missions towards the moon in the name of Chang'e. In fact, Chang'e 5 became the very significant one. It reached the farthest position on the moon, which was not achieved by USA also. Now, this event should remind you one more significant development with respect to security, that is Solomon Islands. China had a security agreement with Solomon Islands. Can you see the location here? It is within the Pacific Ocean and very close to Australia. Now, when Solomon Islands became a security agreement, or you can say having alliance with China, Australia got panic, because should remember about Chanakya's Niti here. If you had enemy country at the border, your borders are not safe and secure. So border areas should be secured and safe, so that you have a peaceful and a secure life within the country. So in his Ashtanga, in his principles of polity, he even advised to have a close friendly neighbors. But you can see China having some bad relations with Australia in the recent past, because Australia is one of the country which openly criticized China for its approach towards the COVID-19, and even Australia criticized Chinese policies in Uyghur Muslims, so on and so forth. So Australia now moving towards AUKUS. Of course, we will have a separate idea about AUKUS and everything. So students should have an idea about all these aspects. Apart from students, one must know about what is happening in the global politics also. Thank you so much.